Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Today's date is Monday, March 9th, 2026. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. We had a weekend of sports of college basketball and footballs coming back right around the corner. For NFL free agency, legal tampering begins today. And that means players will be signing through the rumor wheel, and they don't officially come true until Tuesday because NFL free agency doesn't come until Tuesday. But if you haven't learned in the NFL, news will come right by your ting before you can ting it. Speaking of which, Kansas City Chiefs will likely be re-signing Travis Kelce to a new 1-year deal to keep him around for a little longer. The biggest splash in free agency didn't come at tight end, though, for Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. It came at running back. Kenneth Walker comes to Kansas City, $45 million, 3 years, $15 million per year. And the big home run threat is what the Chiefs hope to have. This is something the Chiefs have missed the last couple seasons. Last year, finishing last in run efficiency. And Kenneth Walker was third in run efficiency last year in the NFL. Chiefs hoping to hit a home run and hoping to hit more home runs on their runs to get more better in the backfield. The Chiefs are going to need a better year in the backfield if they hope to make the playoffs. Alec Pierce was signed by the Indianapolis Colts today, returning for 4 years, $116 million deal for 4 years. Also, corner Eric Stone's back to the Raiders, three-year deal worth $30 million with $20 million guaranteed. Jalen Watson, former Chiefs cornerback, also going to the Rams, will play right along Trent McDuffie. He signed a 3-year deal, $51 million for 3 years, so about more than $15 million per year, so like 18 is what you could say, million a year to go play for the Rams and play with Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie's deal broke the market with over $100 million, $30 million over 4 years. 120 is basically what he got paid to go to the Rams, and that was a trade for the Chiefs, trading the first-round pick to the 29th overall pick to the Chiefs. We talked about that one. Of course, we talked about Max Crosby being traded for 2 first-round picks. That was the deal that obviously Raiders got done and traded a great player, but where the Raiders are, you had to do that deal too. More news on the NFL as it just keeps coming by. Michael Pittman, former Colt, traded to the Steelers. The Steelers sent a second-round pick to the... I don't think they have an announcement on what the deal is yet, for what compensation the Colts will get back. Sources saying Packers free agent, former Packer now, Malik Williams is signing with the Dolphins to become their quarterback after the Dolphins cut Tua Tagovailoa. Jalen Phillips will join the Carolina Panthers for a 4-year, $120 million contract. He made a lot of money. Sources: Demario Davis reaches a deal with the Jets, 2-year, $22 million. Travis Etienne becomes a Saint. He signs for about $14 million, so $14 million a year, maybe a little more. Dalen Robinson signs a $4-year deal. After invoices, he reached a deal with the Tennessee Titans. Also, Raiders have agreed to long-term deal with Jalen Nailor, 3-year, $35 million. Mike Evans, former Buccaneer and longtime Buccaneer, who was very good and what probably would say a Hall of Famer, signed with the San Francisco 49ers. Former Charger guard Zion Johnson reached an agreement with the Cleveland Browns, $49.5 million over 3 years. So about $17, $18 million a year. Former Raven Charlie Corner signs a 3-year, $24.3 million. And the Titans have agreed to sign cornerback Dalen Flute, or Cordale Flott, 3-year, $45 million. There'll be more NFL news. I'm sure we're flying by that. TikToker by Adam Schefter, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, news. I'll try to keep you updated on that. But if it's not any big deal, it won't be pasted on the TikToker or the comments above.
Kairos Tonga
signs a $14 million guaranteed $21 million deal with the Kansas City Chiefs, 3-year deal. So approximately $7 million a year. It seems like a low-risk deal for the Chiefs. Also, the Cincinnati Bengals have signed former Chief Brian Cook, expected to sign a 3-year, $40.2 million. He's getting it and make $18 million a year. On Saturday, the college basketball season, what you expected happened mostly on the court. Number one, we'll start with not the number one team, but a team that's hoping to look good going into March, hoping to get at least to the Sweet 16 with Darian Peterson. Maybe they can get farther. Well, he played his best game of the year, scoring 27 in 29 minutes. Trey White scored 23 in a blowout win against Kansas State, 104-85. It's almost 20 points. Kansas State still looks, Kansas State. They haven't looked good all year. The coach looked a little better after firing their coach. It'll be interesting to see who they hire. Could it be Salu's coach? We'll see. Missouri Tigers, well, they're the same Missouri Tigers they've ever been. What's that? No matter what, Missouri will find a way to what? Screw you over. They'll find a way to screw you over. Arkansas Razorbacks didn't have the best player. Still won. They still won. Darius Aikoff, second pick of the NBA draft overall, probably. He didn't play, or he'll probably third, I guess. Third pick of the NBA draft overall. Didn't play. Still found a way to win. Mark Mitchell scored 32 points, a career high. Missouri still found a way to lose. Some things just don't change. I would be pissed if I was Mark Mitchell. Pissed. The Tigers, I thought, really hurt them was Carteo Barrett. He was shooting just 4 for 12 from the court. The Tigers were likely sweating their palms on Selection Sunday. If they don't want to sweat them so much, they got to win Thursday. We'll play Kentucky or LSU, likely Kentucky, Kentucky's the number 9 seed. Missouri will get the bye on Wednesday. Missouri could have even, if they would have won against Arkansas, may have found themselves not playing even until Friday. But you learn as a Missouri fan, find a way for Missouri to screw it up, and they will. The Missouri Tigers will play in the SEC tournament. The Tigers will not play on Wednesday, as we said. They'll play on Thursday against Kentucky or LSU. That game will tip the early game for Thursday, expected around 11:30 Central Time, 12:30 Eastern Time. That game will tip off. St. Louis turns on one of their worst games of the season as they get torched 86-57. SLU was ranked as high as 18th of the season. They will not be ranked in the top 25 to start the conference season. SLU lost 86-57. Illinois survives on the road, 78-72. Illinois finishes their season 24-7. Maryland drops to a finish of 20. Andrew Mills led the team with 30. He only averaged 12 points a game during the season, so he gave him a hell of an effort. David McCormick finished with 22. Wagler, who kid out of Kansas City, did not play well in the game. He was only got 11 points and was 3 for 10. Local Shawnee kid. Other top 25 scores over the weekend. Houston beat Oklahoma State 82-75. Virginia beat Virginia Tech 76-72. Marquette upset UConn 68-62 at home. Iowa State finishes off their season winning 86-65. Louisville upset Miami in 92-89. Vanderbilt beat Tennessee 86-82. Florida beat Kentucky 84-77. And Wisconsin upset Purdue 97-93 on the road. Purdue faltered this year and will finish below 15, which that Purdue team was supposed to be really good this year. George Mason and did disappoint this season, obviously. George Mason beat St. Louis, as we said, 86-57. Duke beats North Carolina 76-61. North Carolina was missing 2 of their best players. Alabama beats Auburn 96-84. Don't expect Auburn to make the NCAA tournament as they were one of the last teams in coming into Sunday. But a 96-84 loss won't help. BYU beats Texas Tech 82-76. BYU won at home. A.J. Dubunson finishes with 21, and the lead all scores. Robert Wright scored 26. And Arizona beats Colorado 89-79. That finished off the weekend in college basketball. Now we set up the conference tournaments. Big 12 will start their tournament on tomorrow, Tuesday, 11:30. Arizona State will play Baylor, and Utah will play Cincinnati, 2 p.m. Kansas State will finish off their season likely against BYU, 6 o'clock. And Colorado will play Oklahoma State. Also, tip is at 8:30. That's for the Big 12. Wednesday, Iowa State will come in the match. They will host the first game. UCF will play at 2. West Virginia will play at 6. 8:30 TCU, and Arizona will be the top seed. They will get the bye. Number 2 in the country, number 1 in the Big 12. Houston will be the number 2 seed. Texas Tech will be the number 3 seed, and Kansas will be the number 4 seed. Kansas would be out. If they won the Big 12, I'm going to tell you, it really helped their seed. Again, we said the top 4 seeds: Arizona, Houston, Texas Tech, Kansas. The SEC tournament will start on Wednesday. Missouri will get the bye on Wednesday. And 8 teams will square off in the first day. And then 4 more on Wednesday. And then the other 4 will play on Friday. So on Wednesday, it'll be LSU, Kentucky, 11:30. Mississippi, Auburn, 2. Ole Miss, Texas, 6. Oklahoma, South Carolina at 8:30. We said Missouri will square off in their first game at 11:30 Central and 12:30 Eastern. They will likely play Kentucky. Tennessee will be the second game. Georgia will be the third game. And Texas A&M will be the fourth game. The teams that get the bye, probably top-seeded Florida, probably 4-seeded now will be number 4 seed. Number 4 ranking Florida will be now number 4, and now probably to be number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. They will get the bye and play on Friday. Vanderbilt will also get the bye. Alabama, Arkansas. So in the SEC, it was Florida number 1, Alabama number 2, Arkansas number 3, and Vanderbilt number 4. Those are the SEC games. We will talk all more on that on this week. We've got plenty of time for all that. Actually, Maryland will play Oregon in the Big Ten, and Penn State will play Northwestern. Iowa will play in the second round. Washington, USC, Indiana, TBD, and Rutgers in Minnesota. But it really doesn't start until Thursday. And it really doesn't even start until Thursday midday, as that'll be when the Big Ten tournament starts. Well, that will be the third game of the day, but it'll be the first time the Big Ten team tips off. Will be Thursday. Purdue, number 15, will tip off. But had a disappointing loss this week, so now drop that number down. And on Friday, Michigan, the highest seed of the Big Ten, will get their game. Nebraska finished number 2 in the Big Ten, and Michigan State finished number 3, and Illinois finished number 4. So at 11:30 on Friday, Illinois will play their game. Michigan will play their game. Nebraska will play their game, and Michigan State will play their game. All those games are interesting. We've got plenty of time to preview them, as we say. ACC basically starts on Thursday as well as Virginia, number 13 seed. It starts on Tuesday, but really starts on Thursday because the top 25 teams won't be playing until Thursday. Unfortunately, these conferences have so many teams, so hard to follow. 11 a.m., Virginia will play Miami. Duke and North Carolina will finish it off. So Virginia will play at 11. Miami will play at 1:30 on Thursday. Duke and North Carolina. Also, before we get out of here, though, I do want to talk some SALU conference tournament since SALU's in it. They didn't finish as high as they would have liked. They did finish number 1 overall seed, but SALU was hoping for much more than that and probably won't be in the top 25 to start the conference season. St. Bonaventure will play LaSalle on Wednesday, and Loyola Chicago will play on Wednesday against Richmond. George Washington will play Fordham. George Mason, who beat SALU, will get the bye. Rhode Island and DeQuain. Davidson finished 19-12, gets a bye. And then SALU will open their conference championships hope on Friday. We'll see where they are in the polls, and they will see where the number seed. I doubt they're ranked next week.